So finally, for this last part of our webinar, we're going to talk about some retention activities that will help you as you're building your program culture. So for successful retention of students, we want to be seen and known around our campus and around our school and around our feeder program. We want to be aware of scheduling issues, graduation requirements, all the questions that students ask. We want to make sure that we are offering quality instruction every day to students. We want to create community atmosphere, and we want to be able to promote our program. These are all things that are really important as we're thinking about retaining our students. So if we're talking about the middle school level particularly, whether you're in middle school or high school, that high quality instruction with high expectations is going to be key no matter what. Students will know if they're getting a good experience. So if you're not giving them a good musical experience, it's not going to matter about the rest of it. Next, students need a fun and positive learning environment. At 11 years old in 6th grade, students still need to have fun. You know what? At over 40, I still want to have fun when I'm doing music. So students need to have that experience. Strong communication with parents. Speaking of orchestra as a 7-year program, I think is very important so students see that vision ahead. Teaching using lots of creative and innovative strategies. Using tactile and hands-on activities to create and teach concepts. Make sure you're demanding that great setup from the beginning so that they have a great experience playing, but please do it with a smile and fun reminders. Being consistent in everything you do. Treating kids with respect, and making sure to provide opportunities for your kids to socialize. Some other ideas. Get to know your kids like we were talking about earlier. Spend time doing SEL, going to the activities, picking music that's fun. Kids love all the dragon pieces. Find things that kids love. Either have uniforms or spirit wear, things that kids can advertise your program. Use some technology that kids enjoy and connect with the parents, and make sure you just love those kids and let them know how important they are to your school and to your program. At the high school level, that high quality instruction must continue. We must continue skill building with high school students. The skill building does not stop in 8th grade, and so continuing to build technique, vibrato, shifting, and then letting the students have some ownership at the high school level of the music process, I think is really important. Clearly, we're not going to tell them, pick whatever piece you want, but giving them some parameters, saying, here's like 6 pieces, pick 3 from these after we sight read. Let's talk about why these would be good, what makes a good program, and really teaching them how to make a good concert program. Select music the students will be interested in. Provide warm-ups that relate to the music and have some high standards, but structure for success. You don't want to over-program kids where they sound bad. If they sounded great all through middle school, they come to high school, you way over-program them. That's not going to be fun for them. Trips are a great way that we can retain, especially at the high school level. Students love to travel and take field trips. It doesn't have to be overnight. Go to the symphony, go to Six Flags. Disney is always fun. We do European trips. I teach at a Title I school, and we do European trips. They're awesome. They are expensive, so you may have to plan ahead. Let your students help choose the trip, but pick trips that are appropriate for your students, your clientele, where you are, so that you're sure to get a good response from your kids. Here's some of our students this year. We were just in Italy over spring break with some students. Here we are in Vatican City. And then here's our band, chorus, and orchestra. We just traveled together also this year. It's a long story why we did 2 trips this year. But here we are traveling in Disney World. We're all in front of the big Epcot golf ball there this year with our band, chorus, and our orchestra. Performance opportunities are really important for providing students a great environment. Give students great and varied musical experiences, concerts, specialty shows, parades. We march in the parade every year. We play the national anthem at a football game, or you can play it at a basketball game. Recitals, small ensemble concerts, pop concerts, local performances or invitationals. Give your students a variety of performance opportunities so that they get to play their instruments more. They join to play their instruments. Here we are in this Duluth Fall Parade. My co-workers from the middle school feeder program, Ms. Catherine Mathis and Ms. Grace Parsons, and then Dr. Lemons back there in his giant hat. And you can see some of our students there looking really cute with the Duluth High School Orchestra banner, dressed up as cows, some of our seniors. Here we are at the national anthem this year, playing on the football field. All the kids on the yard lines are string players, and then the kids in the back are band, the kids in the front are chorus. It's crazy, so much fun. A few more things. Social events are really great for kids. Fundraisers can also be social events. Our Cow Patty Bingo is a fundraiser and a social event all in one. Movie nights, picnics, game nights. They can be during the school day. Do a game day during the school day. Force family fun. Love it. Lock-ins. You can also do a lock-in that ends at 11 o'clock because I cannot stay up all night. So, be creative with what works for you. Get to know those kids. Go to their events. Sponsor clubs. I'm the Tri-M sponsor. My co-teacher sponsors the Asian American Student Association because that happens to be a lot of our students involved also. So talk to the kids. Say hi. Go through the cafeteria while you get your lunch and visit with the kids for a few minutes. It goes a long way. Some other retention points. Registration. Be proactive with your registration. Know those course conflicts well in advance. Pull the research about college admission and music and fine arts study. I meet with every single student about scheduling and talk to them about their course placement for next year. That way, if they're not going to take the class, they're going to have to tell me. So it's really important to me. I get the most bang for my buck talking with kids individually. I try to schedule them with at least 1 or 2 friends in their orchestra class. For me, orchestra was very social, and for many of our kids it is, especially at the high school level. So keep that in mind. And I think you have to know as much or more about graduation requirements than the counselors do as a high school teacher. Celebrate your kids. Honor your students with awards and banquets. Do graduation cords and bars and letters that go on their jackets and recognitions. And, be sure to let your students know that they're valued not only at those special events, but just every day. Just say thank you sometimes. If you really put in the effort for the small things, my co-teacher after our spring concert, he brought in a whole bunch of candy and just gave out candy for a few days to kids. They were so excited. It's just the little things sometimes that makes such a big difference to our kids. So celebrate your kids. Here's some quotes from some of our graduates that I've collected just here and there. You can see these kids have enjoyed being part of this group. There's only a few of these students. There's only one student on here that went on to major in music. These are not music major type kids. One of them, she's now a music teacher, orchestra teacher. The rest of them are just what we would call our meat and potatoes kids. Some of them now are doctors. Some of them are lawyers. Some of them are working in all kinds of industries. So you can see I love the strong family bond we have in orchestra. It's the only way I stay sane in school. It's a class where I can have some fun and the teachers make me laugh. I got a cord for graduation and I get free entertainment. I have the opportunity to play moving and beautiful music. You can see just from these few quotes what orchestra means to each kid is different. But when we provide students with a variety of activities and a variety of experiences, we really help reach such a large variety of kids. So, it's really hard work to do all of these things, but find what works for your program, your family schedule, your balance, your life. But if you can just be positive and present with your kids during the day, that goes further than anything. I'm so excited to hear your ideas about what is working in your school program to build your orchestra culture. This is one of my favorite topics. It's something I love discussing. So hopefully you can drop me a line in the group discussion post and we can chat back and forth, because I'm always looking for some new ideas to zap our orchestra culture and take it up a notch. Have a wonderful rest of your year.